And I've always just heard great things about Prague. I've seen it as a magical city. When I was little, I would look at photos of it and I saw it as like real life Disneyland.
And a lot of my upper class people strongly recommended Prague to me, so that I was like kind of rooted in the choice of Prague.
Really, I didn't consider the other sites because everyone said Prague is the one where to go.
I was doing the MPAT music course, so we were exposed to more Czech composers, which ordinarily there wouldn't have been as much of a focus.
But the classes were some of my favorite out of my entire college career, and I'm a senior now.
In terms of my politics, I took a class on Central Europe, NATO, and the European Union. So it was a very all-encompassing course on the various different political institutions that have a lot of influence in Central Europe and across the entire European Union.
The classes were music core, and the electroacoustic composition course was pretty good. Half of the class was taken in the studio right in our little dorm.
During our orientation week, they gave us a Czech crash course, and I learned how to order food in the Czech Republic, which was actually very helpful.
Your professors are incredible at English. All your classes are in English, as well as most people in the city at restaurants, at storefronts. People that you interact with on the street often have a pretty solid grasp of English and are very good conversationalists or just helping you out with whatever you're doing.
I've never had a better living situation before or since Osaka.
Pretty much like a palace, because the floor is pretty high and the space is just very open.
I lived in Makova, which I'll say is one of the best dorms. It's a relatively small dorm, so I feel like you get to learn everyone's name.
I was a site ambassador at NYU Prague and was involved in the student council.
But I took student leadership on campus, so that's called Global Equity Fellowship, who's in charge of building a diverse, inclusive, and supportive community on campus.
The student life staff at NYU Prague are absolutely the best, and someone connected me to a theater group, and I got to help out and just help them with their rehearsals as they practice for a play.
NYU Prague does a lot of things to really connect students, whether that bring in guests and panels to really immerse you with local leaders, local policy influencers, local artists, local thinkers. They also will bring in students from high schools or nearby colleges so you can interact with them as well and get to meet the local Czech students.
There are so many trips that we can explore during the semester.
You can take a bus trip to so many different countries.
For students who are concerned about the cost of living, know that your dollar goes further. NYU actually has support systems to help with funding going abroad.
Yvetta and all the other members of administration were so friendly, so engaged, so involved in the student experience, often working far after hours to put together events for the students.
My general suggestion is that Prague must be your top choice, no matter who you are. That's just amazing.
Make sure you use your time wisely by just stepping outside of your residence hall and just walk outside.
I think really put yourself out there, challenge yourself, and try to put yourself in uncomfortable spaces or places that are different.